But how do we control bleeding? How to control bleeding? Now, with the bleeding, it depends. Oli afunide buzibu side chi. But bleeding osiba tulinayo bandage wano rozaka. Excuse me. Okay. Munansonyiwa bali ndinakobye nebuzaako ku mukama wange. Tugenda kola ne demonstration we mugenda okutegera Dr. ABC wawe binokola. Ekyokubiri bleeding tubadde ku topic ya bleeding ne tugamba nti bleeding tugikwasaganyiza tutya. Kati ndinayo ebintu ebimu ebigenda okozesebwa naye ngenda kidemonstrate nga ku muntu. Kakati omuntu yenna nga abadde alina bleeding tulina kye tuyita pad. Kisinzira which type of bleeding. Bleeding weba nene osobola kufunayo katugese katambala nga kali kayonjo kalungi n'okafu bandage oba plaster. Plaster weba ogiyisa awali ekiwundu kyennyini. Tutegeraganye. Plaster oba ogiyisa awali kiwundu kyennyini ekigendererwa mu kyo kiri nti oyongerako pressure. Are we clear? When you put that plaster on the wound, let's assume this is my pad and where I'm placing this is where the wound is with the bleeding. Now I'm placing this here. It means if I'm to have plaster, I need to put that plaster directly on that wound where there is bandage. And I must look where there is the real wound, then I put my plaster there. Purpose is to apply pressure on that bleeding wound such that the bleeding stops. Are we clear? Nchiteekako olw'ensonga kiri nti nkiteeka ku kiwundu kyennyini olumala okiteekako nteekeko plaster egyo nteekako eyongerako pressure kulaba nti kiwundu kirekerawo okola ki okuvuula musaayi. Tuli clear? Yes. Kakati wabanga oli kiwundu nga kinene oba nga kinene nga kibulidinga nnyo kigenzemu n'omusuwa naye nga paadi gy'olina gisobola kumala oba eyinza obutamala, paadi gye wasoose okuteekako senga ereeta omusaayi n'olaba nga omusaayi gukyakulukuta, kiba kitegeeza nti tojjaako paadi eyo, funa paadi ey'okubiri oyongerezeeko. Oyongerezaako paadi ey'okubiri ne stoppinga, funa bandage yo bwenti, that is oba ogirina. Naye oba togirina oba togirina, funa akagoye oba saati oyo omuntu yennyini gisaleko kitulu kyayo. Woba okisiba tulina kye tuyita knot. Wogenda okisibira wennyini, kisibire ku kiwundu kwennyini. Ekigendererwa nakyo kiki kye nakugambye nti oyongerako pressure okulaba nti omusaayi gulekera awo okola ki okujja. Oba okozesa gauze oba okozesa gundi bandage ngeeyo. Bandage tulinayo tail eya bandage. Oba osiba bandage eyo tosaana gisiba from inside, olina okisibira from outside. Ate bandage erina ending yaayo olina ku endinga. Kati tukitwale nti kino mukulu sooka okomewo. Munansonyiwa first aid ebisinga obungi bibeera practical, kubeera we mugenda wali mugenda kukola practical. Temugenda okusoma okugamba nti ate kino. Kakati bandage bwenti webeerawo, oba ogenda kisiba tokisiba bwenti nga wekiri. Abasinga obungi akwata bandage bwenti nakisiba. Bandage oba ogenda kisiba erina okuba bwenti. Tukiraba? So for those of you who are good at applying bandage, this one they call it crepe bandage. Why they call it crepe bandage? It is this one. This small machine here is the one name it crepe bandage, because this is just a crepe. You just attach it there. But some people at times they react on this. So in most cases sometimes we don't use this. After removing this, you discard this one and you just use a local knot. Are we clear with that? So let's assume this man has bleeding here. We are just assuming that he has bleeding here. Or he has dislocation. He may have bleeding at the same time he has dislocation. And are we going to bandage this man? The rules of bandaging, I don't need to stand here while bandaging. No, I need to stand in front of him. As I bandage, my eyes should always look his face. He may not be in a position to talk to me, but face expression only can show me that I'm overtying or I'm not overtying. Are we okay with that? So it means I'm going to stand here if I'm to apply bandage to this man. Let's assume he has a wound here, he has a wound here, he has a wound here. So this bandage will be favorable to us to apply on this man's hand. Are we clear? So when we are to apply here, we are going to apply what they call palm bandaging. Palm bandaging. So we are going to do like this. Yes. That's what we have to do when we are in the field. Because the person may not tell you that he's feeling pain, but his reaction, once he does it, then you know that you are over time, then you are just. You get it? So you don't need to put it like this. It means you are going to cut the blood circulation here. And this one, at the end of the day, is going to turn black like my shoes here. Then it means you are making this guy use his hand. If you over time, you are making this guy use his hand. At the end of the day, the blood circulation is cut off from here. It means the guy is not going to reason why you have to live here. Monitor blood circulation. And if you fold the hand, is there any problem with the nail? No. But it's what we call handcuff. If you have no akatambala, tugende ku ddwaliro obanga tolina gundi bandage, waliyo bandage tuyita wide bandage or triangular bandage. Oba togirina osobola kukozesa satiye n'okisiba wano oba n'ekikwanso n'omuyambako n'ogamba tugende ku ddwaliro. Either omutwala oba osobola kwetwala n'omulagira n'omugamba genda ku ddwaliro. Oba olina akatabo osobola kunotingako kantu kamu kokoze n'ogamba nti musibyeko bandage bwe biti ne bwe biti. Musawo wagenda otandikirako. So awo tumaze gundi eno. So webale okumpa obudde. Hello? Let's get back here. Now, this is the other man I was telling you that I've come along with him. And I would like all of us to pay attention on this man. There are certain things that I've come with, which I'm very sure it may not be in the community where you are going. But you can improvise. Are we okay? One eye. If you are behind and you don't see properly, but there are certain things there are some things that have come with it here. You can improvise in the field if you happen to get such a scenario.
Okay. I know the welfare team is moving around, but we shall request that we maintain silence. Is that okay? We shall proceed. They are giving biscuits. So receive your biscuit without making noise. Is that fine?
Okay. We have our demonstration man there. We call it demo. Now we have this. This one you can only find it in a hospital. They call it Gadel or mouse guard. Are we clear? So when you see, if you have your patient and you see a doctor or a nurse putting this thing in the mouth of your patient, don't think that they are killing him. They are not killing. Are we okay? The doctor or a nurse is not killing your patient. This is mouse guard. They call it Gadol. Then we have what we call, this one passes via the nose. They call it nasopharyngeal. You can only get this with the medical team. Maybe you can see it in the ambulance. And there is a certain machine that have not come with it. If I was to come with it, it was going to be a longer process. Now, in the first aid, we have what we call triangle of life. Are we okay? We have what we call triangle of life. Triangle of life, we are talking of these important parts of the body. We are talking of lungs, heart, and brain. Those are very important in the human body. Heart, lungs, and brain. Now, the moment you do any error to this procedure that we are going to do, it means you should have done nothing to that patient. You are going to kill that patient or that casualty. In Swahili, sisi tunayo program kwa first aid. Sisi tunayo part mnyoramita important vital parts. Kwa Kiingereza tunamita triangle of life. Iko ndani lungs na roho. Lungs sijui kwa Kiingereza, kwa Kiswahili watu tunamita namna gani? Maugwe. Maini shirala. Inaweza kuwa maini. Alafu chibumba wanamita namna gani? Chibumba wanamita namna gani chibumba? Alafu nani? Wewe kama kusawacha maini. Hii nani?
The lungs are mapofu.
Amabofu. Sasa kwa hizo mavitu matatu hizo, sisi tunakuwa na kitu mnyanamita golden chance. Golden chance. Alafu yuko mashini nyingine nimekuja naye. Hiyo kwa nyinyi siwezi kuwa nayo kwa sababu unaweza pata ndani ya ambulance. Hiyo wanamita arm bag. Amp bag. Hiyo inaweka mosi ndani ya mtu ambao amepata ajali au mtu mwenye avute mosi mzuri mwenye nenda kuzimika kukufa. Sisi tunafanyisa hii. Hiyo unaweza pata kwa hospitali au ndani ya ambulance. Lakini kama wewe uko na uwezo wako, unajua first aid, unaweza nunua yako sasa, una kitu nayo unasema naonekana nitasaidia watu ya neighbor yangu. Sasa huyu ni mjamaa, wacha sisi tunazani amepata ajali Wandugu, tukwe pamoja hapa. Chali wange jangu na kubukinze da oyalabika agenda kuwera dokita wawe kati na mubukinze da. Aha, mama na wandi agadde. Okay, kali waliyo ni tuwaitogera ku Dr. ABC. Okay, mujukira waliyo leo tuwaitogera ku Dr. ABC. Dr. ABC kati tugenda mukolera kuno kati subenti ono James munasonyo wano waliyo James soko tuleko mbali kan soko nkole demonstration wano soko tulewa. Aha, kati subenti ono James afunye accident naye mbanzi janga ngenda kuyamba James nga nvudde eno ngenda kuyamba James yakuja alo James are responding. Okay, naye nga sinatuka wali James ekigendero lwakinyimirira wano nga mpita James olwo kati ara yeriko Mbandi kuuliza James, by calling James verbally, is he listening? Are we clear? James does not listen. That is danger. Okay? I came while responding to James, but James does not responding. Then I'm now in danger. Now what else? James. I'm now trying to get whether James is responding verbally. Now if James responds verbally, I will come and talk to James. James, what happened to you? Then James will explain to me. Then I will help James. Okay? But if I come like this, James, no response. Then I must take precaution. Where James has fallen, James could be having other issues that might have caused him that incident. One, as I approach James, I must also take my precaution that where I'm going to help James, I'm also safe. There shouldn't be dish where I can also get trapped, or James might even fall where there's a snake and it is going to bite you. Because there are some cobras, once it hammers you, it goes and keeps aside and wait. Who's the next person coming? Now for you will go there because you want to rescue James. Then the big man is also going to come and say, okay, you are welcome also. He gets two of you. Have you ever heard a story about that? Yes, there are certain cobra. Once it spits you, once it beats you, then it goes and takes cover and wait. Then for you think that James has just fallen there with no cause. But when you come and you do not assess the area properly, the incidence area properly, then you are going to land into a cobra. Which cobra, as you are attending to James, it may come and bite you either from behind or somewhere. So you must be so keen as you are responding. Now, you have already done your D, R is already done. Are we clear with that? You have already responded to James, you have already come, you have assessed your danger, yourself, you have already response for James is not there. Now, since the response for James is not there, James is down. It means you are going to kneel down. We are doing this here. But it means you are going to kneel down with the two joints down on the floor. This one is for demonstration. Now after, we are coming for our A. That is airway. For those of you who have been writing, A, that is airway. Now we are coming here. There's what we call head tilt. Head tilt, you are going to hold. So there's what we call head tilt. You are going to use your two fingers like this. Then you hold James around the face and you tilt the head of James. So this is not human being, but when it comes to human being, it's very soft. You don't need to use force. So you are tilting the head of James. That is now airway. And as you are tilting the head,